to get rid of the atmosphere to see space during the daytime, then go over to landscape and uncheck show fog and uncheck show ground to see everything. And there's a couple options for the grid type you're using. I guess there's two types of grid that's commonly used in cosmology, and I'm not really educated on the subject, so I couldn't tell you the difference. I'm guessing one of them centered on the North Pole and one of them centered on the magnetic North Pole. But yeah, all kinds of options over here. Real slick, real nice. Check them out. Play with them. I'm not going to go through them all. And then X is quit. Okay, blinking. It's kind of like that stupid little game that you had as a kid where it flashes in a sequence. Click start, it'll count down. You give it your difficulty level, and it'll count down. 3, 2, 1, beep. And then it'll keep a running score of how many things you got right in a row. But and you may not be able to tell. It may look like background images, but these are actually options right here, here, and here. And the last one, this little turtle. You can tell this little guy to go forward. If I could spell, it'd probably work, right? Alright, forward 100. Hell, we'll just say forward 60. Left. How would we say that? Turn left? Yep, turn left. 60. Actually, that's degrees. You go forward 100 units, turn, and when you go forward, it's in units, and when you're turning, it's in angles. Turn left 90 degrees. Forward. Again, if I could spell, we'd be better off. Forward 10 units and turn left another 90 degrees, and then go forward 100 and click run, and you see that your turtle very quickly executes the commands that you laid out. And like I said at the beginning of this video, this is a retarded ass little dumbed down simple little programming language, but its purpose is for little kids to understand the basics of programming, how they can tell it to do one thing after another, but they have to say it a certain way and get in a certain order. But if they do it in a certain way and in a certain order, they can make this little thing over here do whatever they want it to. And it has some kind of it looks like you can download extra stuff for variables explorers and stuff like that, and function explorers. Or no, I guess that's functions and variables you sew in there. But anyway, it's procedural by default. I'm guessing you can add functions as you go along and get better at it. And then when you get really good enough, you can switch to PHP. Alright, that concludes all of the edutainment, or now called education games. Download them with your package manager. Again, there's a lot more than that. I didn't want to cover all the advanced ones because they're really kind of pointless. If you're old enough to understand them, then you don't need me to be walking you through this to begin with. Oh, great time to get the hiccups. There is a lot more. They cover chemistry, physics, all kinds of electronics, things like that. There's a hell of a lot more educational games or educational programs that you can download. But, as I just said, you don't need me to tell you about them. Those are the little kids' educational programs, and those are the most important ones. They teach kids how to become familiar with computers and how to work with the computers, etc., etc. And so download them, check them out, get your kid hooked on them, and maybe you'll have them programming at 13. But that concludes this video. Check out more videos on linuxintro.com. Again, not all of the videos are limited to Linux-only software. So check it out. If you got a question, you can always post it in the forums right here. All right.